the city where I was born and where I live, has inspired the world for centuries. Rome may be loved or sometimes hated, but never ignored. A city that has been marked by many passages, but that has always lived as an harmonious cultural universe, in which even the ethnic and religious diversity were and are accepted and integrated. Christianity, in its outburst in history, assigned the revolutionary novelty of the religious message. The ancient temples were turned into the early Christian basilicas. It's in this revolution that the peculiarity of Rome consists. To understand Rome through the flow of time means understanding Abintra in its particular map, its radial city plan, its churches and its neighborhoods, which are important expressions of its history during the centuries. Rome still lives as an open and quivering system of different cultural incitement, which admirably combines the past and the present in a more eloquent way than many other cities in the world. There are some cities of the world that are signs of connection and of undeniable inspirations. If a man needs mystery, Rome offers it through the depth of its history, whether carved, painted, or transmitted through secret societies. Symbols and legends do not matter because it's a source of strength that self-regenerates. Like archaeologists who discovering each layer of evidences breathes their energy. This is how an east wind envelops our feelings. Caput Mundi, a crossroads of civilization, a meeting point between the West and the East, an Eastern Rome full of magic, superstitions, mysteries, magical rituals and symbolism. The ancestor of Romulus, the first inhabitants of Rome, came from the East, leaving traces of their settlement in customs and costumes. In the archaic period, we recall the ritual of the sacred fire of Vesta. In the era of the Roman Empire, we remember how the gods most honored were those taken from the Egyptians, Syrians, Persians, and Greeks. These deities brought a message of a religion that preached, urged brotherhood, and opened the way to Christianity. Can Rome be considered a city of the East? An itinerary between squares, churches, monuments, symbols sometimes indecipherable, sometimes visible but hidden, that enclosed unknown news. And awakening characters such as ghosts and legends, so that they can tell their story. This wonderful eternal city, with its magic and secret soul, that, for better and for worse, has inspired, and will inspire many people. If you are in Piazza del Popolo, entering by Porta del Popolo, the spectacle that stands before you is a triumph of opulence and architectural splendor. The fountain with the obelisk in the center, the so-called twin churches, and two pavilions that frame other two gushing fountains. At the top, the arches of the Casina Valatier. On the left, the church of Santa Maria del Popolo. Entering this church, a light of mystery surrounds us. The painting on the walls of the chapel, the apse and the majesty of the altar, they whisper ancient secrets. We are here just to reveal what is hidden to all those visitors who hunt high and low these sites for generations, without focusing on life or on alchemical entablature, with the gaze of wayfarer. Those few that have tasted the rudiments of the Hermetic science moved themselves in these places, interpreting and increasing the baggage of their own knowledge through elements that functions as a puzzle to recompose. There are inlays, symbols, alchemical pages written inside and outside of the churches. Fulcanelli says, in The Mystery of the Cathedrals, that the stone speaks to us, and so do the cathedrals, enclosing their charm and their mysterious message. A perfect condensation of matter and spirit. Just observe one to feel catapulted into another dimension. Porta del Popolo e Santa Maria del Popolo are the starting point to investigate the esoteric symbolism of Rome that finds in its architecture a powerful alchemical weapon.